flashes of you, but you're gone. Thinking of you, it's so blurry now. Journey the sweets, off and on and on and on. your soul is still in me. The smell of your hair, impregnity hair, turning the switch off and on and on and on. Just let me check and give me the key. Just unlock the door. Will you let me? Just stay with me. Hotel just let me check and give me the key to unlock the door. Will you let me just stay with me? Hotel
Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard Mr. Egan's stream. Today we are here in this beautiful island in the southernmost part, pretty much, of the Caribbean. Excuse the... I have a little bit of a cold. That's why I'm here inside my house streaming instead of being outside. But honestly, no, I'd be streaming anyways. This is Bonaire, and we will be flying from Bonaire to Curaçao in this little beautiful airplane that we have here on the tarmac. This is a Seminole, Piper Seminole twin engine aircraft. Whoop. You can see it right here. It is a lovely little airplane. It is pretty much like it looks very much like the fuselage of an Arrow that has two motors instead of one, right? Two engines instead of one. And this is what we're going to be flying. And this is the airport we're going to be taking out of, which is Tango November Charlie Bravo. And based on, it's a VFR flight. So we can go around the island and do stuff. But check it out. It has a windsock, and just from the direction of the windsock, I'm thinking we're taking off from runway 10. So there's probably no need to check the weather. Maybe we'll just check the weather to get the altimeter setting, which let's see. It is currently altimeter setting here at Flamingo International. It is, there we are, QNH 1011, which converts to 2985 inches of mercury, which is what we got to put into our airplane. So let's put that here. and get this ready. So we said it was 29.85. So 29er85. There we go. We're all set. Oh look, we also have 10. We also have 1011 over here, so we can do it here. 1011. Oop, oop. There we go. 85 and 11. 1011. Cool. All right, fantastic. So let's turn the airplane on and be on our way. When I logged in this morning, there was air traffic control, but now there is no air traffic control, so that sucks. Because I thought we were going to be able to talk to somebody while we were here, and now it turns out that the dude left. The dude left. So yeah, let's first thing we got to do is turn the gas on. Turn our gas tank. This plane is a little dirty. You know, it's seen some action, hasn't it? Look at that. Oh my gosh, the leather is worn, and there's a bit of crud on this airplane. Check it out. What the heck? I do not like. We can use the GNS. We can use this. This is the GNS 530. I like the 750. But since there is no air traffic control, you can go ahead and use this one. We'll use this one. It's a short flight anyway, and we'll just go as it is, right? Let's see what options this airplane has. We can turn static elements on or off. We don't need that right now. External power, we can leave that off. Oh, you show the pilot and the co-pilot, but they don't show inside. Okay. Oh, they go from outside, right? Yeah, from outside. And we still have this lady that we did from our last role play, so we'll change that. Because I like the doggies, you know, and well, we're going to go ahead and put a doggy there. Pilot 2 will not be a person, it will be a dog. We've been flying with Banjo, but I want to change it up and see if we can fly with a Corgi. No, too short. Border Collie. Now these are super intelligent dogs. A Labrador, a Pit Bull, a Bull Terrier, a Doberman, a Dalmatian, a German Shepherd, a Doge, an Akita, an English Toy Terrier, a Jack Russell, a Husky. We've been flying with the Husky for a bit. Ooh, a Rottweiler, Golden Retriever, a puppy, a mixed breed. Ooh, cats. Oh, we only have one cat? Are you kidding me? Oscar? Oscar is the only cat we got. That sucks. I thought we were going to be more options for cats. Let's get Akita. Let's get Kenji. Kenji will be our co-pilot today. And there he is. Say hello to Kenji, everybody. Hello, Kenji. You ready to fly? Kenji is a flying dog. So, yeah, we can only have the GNS. And, cool. That's it then. We already have that set up. So, let's turn the airplane on. First things we got to do is turn our magnetos on. Then we go ahead and turn our battery master on. Turn our alternators on. Let's go ahead and put the mixture full forward. RPM full forward. Let's give it a little bit of gas here. Let's open up the cowl flaps. The other cowl flap handle is a bit tough to get at. Here we are. We grab it and put it down. Cool. Carb heat is off, and we prime the left engine. Check it out. Forgot to turn the fuel pump on. Still worked. Let's go ahead and prime the right engine. And right. All right. Engines are on. We can turn the fuel pumps off. Make sure that the fuel pressure stays in the green. We're good. Good. And now we can turn on our avionics, and those get turned on over here. Cool. And cool. Our transponder comes on. We have one of these what are these called? The autopilots here. I'm thinking this autopilot does not do altitude, it just does heading. It does altitude holding, right? But it doesn't, you can't like fix an altitude, can you? I don't see anywhere where you would fix the altitude. Alright. Let's wait for the GPS to get all its satellites. Recognition lights come on. Nav lights come on. We'll put our landing light on. Alright, we're going to be squawking 1200. And let's put our flight plan, which will be Tango November Charlie Bravo. Tango November Charlie Bravo. And we're going to Tango November Charlie Charlie. Tango November Charlie Charlie. Cool. Flight plan is in. And let's tune to Unicom 122.8. That is all over the world. For VATSIM, 122.8 is Unicom. Normally, you have to check the charts for your airfield to see what the CTAF frequency is. But here we know, because it's VATSIM, we are going to be on Unicom. Okie dokie. We are good. Flamingo International Traffic, November 42, Mike Romeo Echo Type Seminole, taxiing to runway 10, Flamingo. Alright, and let's start moving. Hey, if you want to fly along with me, make sure you have VATSIM on. Let me just check to see where we're supposed to be going, because I think it's behind us. Yes. It's behind us and over there. So let's turn to the left. Make sure you have VATSIM on and come fly with me. We are at Tango November Charlie Bravo. That's where we are at this moment. So here we go, guys, moving over to runway 10. There's our doggy. Okay, let's get the airplane ready for takeoff. Make sure that our trim is centered, which is good. It is. Alright. And let's get our first notch of flaps. Cool. We saw that the wind was a little bit of a crosswind. And there we are. And it's not that strong. It's okay. It's less than 10 knots. Or close to 10 knots, not Nothing to worry about. All right. Flamingo International traffic, November 4-2, Mike Romeo Echo is taking off runway 10 for a left downwind departure to the west. Flamingo. Alright. We are ready to go, guys. We are so ready. So ready. We're going to climb to around 1,000 feet. And then we're going to turn to the left. Full power. We didn't do a run up because 2 engines, it takes a long time, and it is airplane, doesn't really matter. All right, we rotate, and we're in the air, just like that. Piece of cake. Feet on the brakes, and the gear comes up. There we go. Gear is up. Stay runway heading till we get to around 1,000 feet. And then we're going to continue climbing till we get to 4,500, which is the altitude that we had filed for. There we are. Flamingo International traffic, November 4-2, Mike Romeo Echo 1,000 feet, turning left for a left downwind departure to the west. Last call, Flamingo. Alright. Since there's nobody here, I'm just going to go ahead and tell them what we're going to do, and stop talking on the radio like a jackass. Look! The island of Bonaire, which means good air, I think. That's what that means, right? Bonaire. Ooh, look at that. We're going through the clouds now. Technically, we should be staying underneath the clouds, but I thought the weather would be worse. I had originally filed for an IFR flight plan, but then when I rest inside the airport, I was like, "What? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. We can see, and we can see." We're still going to climb to 4,500. Let's see. Our desired track should be 287. So we'll put 287 over here. There's 2. There we are. 230. It's 287. Should be right around here. We gotta go to the west just a little bit. Here we are at 4,000 feet. We're over the clouds. And we're going to go ahead and adjust our RPM just a little bit. And we're gonna turn down our manifold pressure. Start getting for cruise configuration, getting ready for cruise configuration. And there we are, 4,500 achieved. So we are going to trim it down. Trim it down. There we go, let it catch up a little bit. And we are pretty much centered. Still need to trim down a bit more. There we are. The plane's pretty much flying itself right now. I don't have autopilot on, but it's trimmed. Going in the right direction. Now we're going to go ahead and put our nav mode on. Oh, we need to put this on. There we go. Nav mode. It's going to catch the radial. And altitude hold so that it stays where we told it. And we can also go down a little bit. Down a little bit till we capture 4,500. Now we're flying it with this thing, and instead of the yoke. See, we're not using the yoke, which is this. I always take them off because the yoke doesn't let me click on the buttons here in the back. Here we are. Autopilot is trying to capture the radial here. Okie dokie, now we can go ahead and configure this puppy for around 2,200 RPMs and a manifold pressure of 20. And look at that, we've captured that. Hello! Do a flip? No, no, we can't flip this airplane. I think there's a sticker here that says don't do flips. Let's see. Oh no, these are the reference speeds. Should be a thing here that says what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. Warning! Turn off strobe. Okay, no. Blah, blah, blah. Limitations. Acrobatic maneuvers, including spins. Oh, they are approved. This aircraft is approved for AFR, blah, 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 blah. Well, I can spin it, but I can't do a flip. Right? Acrobatic maneuvers, including spins, are approved. Wow. Maybe I can flip it. How do you take off a plane out of the ground? Allons-y. How do you take off? You put full throttle. You configure the airplane for takeoff. Point it into the wind. Make sure that the wind is hitting you directly. And once you get to rotate speed, you pull on the yoke and the plane will take off. There you go. Then all you got to do is make sure that your airspeed stays above stall speed and you're golden. You're golden. For most airplanes, you do your climb out of 70 knots. This one, because it's a twin engine airplane, will want to climb even faster, so you could probably do a faster climb out with this one. You're welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome. Check it out. We have Bonaire is behind us. And now we are going to do a beauty shot. This is a beauty shot here. Oh, that didn't work. Let's wait. I think now it's going to work. Whew. Flyby cam activated. There we go, guys. Check it out. On our way to Curacao. Let's get a tighter shot. .4,500 feet on our way to Curacao. Autopilot's got this now. If you program everything correctly, and in this case, this GPS is like a little old. It's actually very old. It's a very old model. There's a newer model that you can put on it. But since this was a short flight, I didn't want to do it. But basically, if you know how to program this thing correctly, and you know how to set set up the autopilot correctly, then this plane will fly itself, which is what it's doing right now. So we can like goof around and, you know, go to the back. Ooh, look. Maximum baggage is 200 pounds. No heavy objects on the hat shelf. We put stuff on the hat shelf. See? Let's sit here where this guy is supposed to be sitting and look out the window. Ah, nice. That is very cool. I think I'm supposed to do blap blap blap. Let's see. I'm not sure if that worked. We'll see now if I do this. Nope. Let me try that one more time. Ah, now it worked. Saved it. Yay! Alright. See, you can save different views, and I haven't done the views for this airplane yet. So I am going to do it over here also, so that we can have a wing view replay, right? It's fun to have a wing view replay. Is that it? Yep, there we go. That's cool. And we can even do, I think, let's see, can we go out of the airplane? Yes, we can go out of the airplane. That is freaking awesome. And we can, I think we can stick a camera down here, or over here is probably better. So we can do a gear view replay, right? Right. Let's move back a little bit more towards the tail. Oh, that thing is covering it, so we're going to move forward a bit. I'm a student pilot. Actually, don't have much time under my belt yet on the airplane, but I fly an airplane that's similar to this one, except it only has one motor. It's a Piper Cherokee 140. That's what I fly, and that's where I'm learning in. So yeah. Ooh, let's save that one. I like this camera. Let's see. Cameras have been set, and for landing I like to look a little bit up like this and then down like that, so I'm going to save that as my one camera. Cool. Hello, Brav. What is this? Your name is Brage 12. Your favorite plane is the ERJ 145. That is cool. Let me look it up, because I'm not sure what that airplane is. The ERJ. Is that an Embraer? ERJ 145. Yes, it's an Embraer. Nice jet. It's a nice jet. Original, they're Brazilian airplanes, and let me check. Is that still in production? Or is that in more of a, let's Its first flight was August 11th, 1995. It is in service, so yeah. And apparently it stopped production 2020, but it's still an airplane that is in service. That is a cool one. You've been in the cockpit. Oh my gosh, you're 11. Awesome. 11 is a good time, a good age to start, I say. If you can start pretty much the sooner you start, the better, man. So yeah. Nice to have you along, Braj 12. How do you say your name? How do you pronounce it? Is it Braj 12? I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. So yeah. It's always fun. Flying is fun. It is really, really, really great. I love it. We are, look at that, we're now 11 miles away from our destination. See, so it's right here, 11 miles. So we probably need to descend, and I'm going to look at my electronic flight bag here so that we can see where we are going to be landing. This is Tango November Charlie Charlie, which is where we're going to be landing, and I'm going to get the weather information for it here. Weather. And it tells me that we're going to be at 2988, which is the altimeter setting. We need to put that here, 2988, which is very close to what we were already. And we are also going to be information for the runways. We're going to be landing on runway 11. Okay, so we're going to be landing on runway 11. So well, that's all we needed to know, pretty much. And this airport is called Willemstad. Oh no, this is not Willemstad. The airport's called Hato, or Hato International. So let's take autopilot off, and let's start descending and configure our airplane for landing. Right? And for that, we just need to descend to around 1,000 feet. The airfield is at 36 feet. So that is our warning, telling us that we should not forget to put the gear down. Right. I don't have an ERJ actually. I do have a Honda Jet, which I like to fly, and I have a Cessna Citation. And I also have a Vision Jet I can fly if you would like. But I don't have any of the ERJ airplanes. They're fun. They are awesome. The military aircraft are really, really fun. Really, really great. In the simulator, and for what I'm doing, because I'm basically flying, you know, to practice flying general aviation, which is what I want to fly in real life. So, yeah, I don't fly the... Oh yeah, the Honda Jet is awesome. I love that plane. So yeah, I don't fly the military airplanes that much. I do have a classic Mustang from World War II that I can fly. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. All right, and let's go ahead and call out on the radio. Hato International Traffic, November 42, Micro Echo Type, Seminole, 2,000 feet. 3 miles to the east, inbound to enter a left traffic pattern for runway 11 Hato. All right, we're gonna put up with that noise until we get down to a speed where we can safely lower our gear. Ato International Traffic, November 42, Mike Romeo Echo is on downwind, runway 11, Ato. That's the runway, and we're entered a left traffic pattern, which means all our turns will be left. And then we're gonna land here. We're gonna go that way and then land here. And the reason we do that, you guys know why? You know the reason? Gear comes down. Okay, let's check. There it goes. Gear's coming down. You guys know why we have to go in this direction? Why do we have to land this way? You know, chat? You know? You know why? You know why? I'm sure you know why. It's very similar to this, of why we took off. Of the way you take off is very similar to the way you're supposed to land. Type it in the chat if you know the answer. Here we go. There we go. Now, here's another thing. We should do our final approach to the runway when we're at 3 miles away, and you can see that here. Our GPS gives us that information, so we can look at it here. Otherwise, you could also eyeball it, right? Like if you're a good VFR pilot, you could probably eyeball it. Okay, we're gonna stay at around 1,000 feet, maybe a little lower. It's because it's windy. Actually, it's because you want to land with the wind coming at you at the front of the airplane. So the wind has to be blowing at you at the front of the airplane, right? So if the wind is coming, in this case, 110 degrees, then we should land on the runway that is pointed in 110 degrees, which in this case is runway 10. Right? You know why what the runway numbers mean, right? The runway numbers mean what direction that runway is pointed towards. So see, this is runway 10, and it is exactly at 110 degrees. And there we are. Ato International Traffic, November 42, Micro Miracle is on final runway 10, Ato. Here we are. And now we just line it up. Line it up. Second notch of flaps to slow us down. And we're going to be landing at around between 80 and 90 knots, I think. It's got PAPI lights, that also helps us. 2 red, 2 white. That's what we want to see on descent. 2 red and 2 white. That means we're coming down in the correct glide slope. Okay. Far so good. We're doing nicely. There was a windsock down there. You could see that it was pointing that way. That means the wind is coming straight at us, which is fantastic. That is the way it's supposed to be, and it looks like we're gonna have a really nice landing. Really, really nice one. Let's see if I can pull it off. A really beautiful landing. All right. Runway is made. Power goes off. And we just hold it, 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 hold it. I'm shooting for 142, not bad. 142 feet per minute, that last little ball there. All right, I'm gonna put our flaps up. Flaps are up. And we're gonna park for just a second. And then we're going to continue. You're a noob when it comes to aviation, dude. It's fun and it's easy. It's actually not that hard. You just got to know a little bit of math and a few basic concepts, and you can fly an airplane, man. It's not difficult. It is not difficult. If a dunce like me could do it, and pretty much anybody could do it. It's easier than driving a car if you think about it. It is easier. Just that the consequences of crashing are a lot worse, right? Because a fender bender, you know, nothing happens, but on a plane crash, yeah, that is not going to be a fun time for anybody. We're going to park it over here. We're going to say Atto International Traffic November 42 Mike Romeo Echo is clear of the runway. Atto. All right, we're going to park it here for a second, because here is another cool thing we can do on the Sim Mr. Egan stream. We can watch how we landed, and we do that using a little program that that is called skydolly. And the cool thing about skydolly is I can put the plane right where we were. So let's see, we landed right around here. I think this is that last little. There we are. So now we're going to put the camera outside. And I'm going to point just a cooler direction to look at. That one's got the ocean, right? So we'll do that over there, right? And we will do this. And we'll watch our landing. Ooh, we kind of floated it a bit. Let's see. Here it is. Here we're coming. And let's see how we did. Right down the center line. That was pretty good. I'm proud of that one. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. All right, and now we're also going to go ahead and go back. Whoop. Let's get back inside the airplane. And let's go a little back a little more. Thinking the airfield should be in that direction. There it is. Maybe we're a little too far back. Let's see. We'll do it from around here, and we're going to go ahead and give ourselves the landing gear cam. Here comes the landing gear cam view. It's fun, and I will see you after we land. There we go. That was our landing into Curacao. And here in Curacao, we are just gonna maybe look around the airport a little bit, and then get ready for our next flight from Curacao to Aruba. That's right, we're going to the beautiful, beautiful Aruba. Okay, yeah, these airports have not been rendered. These are like automatically generated from the photos. So yeah, that doesn't look that cool. There's a rotating beacon over there. And that looks like a big radio ball over there. So yeah, these islands, you know, they're all auto-generated islands. They don't have much detail to them. And all the touristy parts should be over on this side. But I don't see much detail. Let's see. Let's move faster. Let's go to this bay over here. And we should see like resorts or stuff, right? Like big buildings and stuff, and we just see the auto-generated buildings, so. Yeah, it's all auto-gen stuff. Look at that. Ugly buildings. Which is a shame. It's a shame because look at that. The photographics, like the photos that they got from the satellite, you can tell that these are really nice looking houses, right? And all of these are auto-generated houses, so yeah. All right. That's all we're gonna see here in Curacao. Now we are going to get ready for our next flight. So what does it mean to get ready for our next flight? We got to put it in the computer and we got to get ready. Let's see. Let's get back inside the airplane. Thank you. We're not going to fill up. We have plenty of fuel. We still have plenty of fuel from our last trip, I think. Where is our fuel? Yeah, look at that. We're more than halfway. Got 20 gallons in each tank. Is that pounds or gallons? I think that's gallons. Yeah, gallons. Cool. So let's go ahead and change our flight plan over here. Menu. We'll invert it. All right. Menu. And now we get rid of this one. Clear. Erase. Yes. And we add our new point, which is Tango November Charlie Alpha. So let's put Tango November Charlie Alpha. It's Tango November Charlie Alpha. And that is only 65 nautical miles away. And we are good. They all look the same? What are you talking about? What looks all the same? Let's change our flight plan here. Tango November Charlie Charlie, and we're going Tango November Charlie Alpha. Charlie November, no, it's Tango November Charlie Alpha, yeah. No, you're talking about the houses? Is that what you were saying? Yeah, the houses look all the same. And this flight will take around 30 minutes. We're gonna leave the fuel. We still have about 2 hours worth of fuel, which is fantastic. We're gonna be cruising at around 140 knots maybe. And our altitude will be 4,500, was pretty good. We'll go 6,500 because we're a little farther away. And we'll file this plan. Oh, we're going to be taking off right now. There we are. Flight plan has been filed. You have to file your flight plan on VATSIM so people will know where you're going to be, where you're going to be at. And we're going to be departing from the same runway we took off from. So it's runway 11, was it? Or 110? What was that runway? You guys remember the runway number? Let's see, information, runways. Yes, runway 11. All right. Otto International Traffic, November 42, Mike Romeo Echo Type Seminole, taxiing to runway 11. Otto. You got it. When there is no tower or air traffic control, you gotta tell people what you're gonna be doing. Oh, you guys wanted me to fly another plane, right? Is that okay? Is this plane all right, or? Because I could fly the Honda Jet, but it's gonna be super fast. We're gonna get there in like no time. And this one we get to fly for a little bit. Oh, dude, I wish I had an A10. I don't. I remember flying an A10 way back when I had an A10 simulator. And it actually had combat missions and everything, so that was cool because you could shoot the big gun. Oh, I don't have a C-130 either. I have mostly general aviation airplanes, right? Very few. Very few airplanes. You know where I have another A10? In Grand Theft Auto. I play Grand Theft Auto a lot, and there I have an A10. And there, in that game, all the weapons work, right? So you can go shooting other people, other airplanes and stuff. Yeah. But no, normally for this, for Flight Simulator, like Microsoft Flight Simulator, I like to use airplanes that you know, that are in my range. That I know that I will that I could fly in real life. And to be honest, I think it has never been as realistic as it is now. This feels super similar to flying a real plane. All right, we're gonna put first notch of flaps, and we're gonna make sure our trim wheel is ready for takeoff. All right. GTA was the only game where I knew how to take off and land a plane. Yeah, it's similar to this, but there it's more of a game. There you don't have to like know your stuff. Just push the button and go, right? But it's fun. It's fun. I love the helicopters in that game, and the variety of airplanes that you got. Right, so many airplanes you can fly. I like it. It is fun. It's a fun, like even if you don't do the missions, you can just go in there in Grand Theft Auto and just ride bikes, ride helicopters, you know, airplanes, even spaceships. Alrighty, here we go. Otto International Traffic, November 42, Mike Romeo Echo, taking off runway 11, departure to the west, Otto. There we go. Full throttle. We're at 60 knots, 70 knots, we can rotate. There we go. Otto International Traffic, November 42, Mike Romeo Echo, taking off runway 11, will climb to 1,000 feet, then depart and left downwind traffic, runway 11. Atu. All right. We're going to be climbing at around 90 knots. Gear comes up. And the flaps come up. Woo. What a boost. Atu International traffic, November 42 micro turning left for a left downwind departure to the west. Last call, Atu. There's nobody here, so it is really cool when you're flying here on VATSIM. If there's other airplanes, you can actually hear everybody, you know, doing their radio calls and everything. It's really cool. Today we have been unlucky because the moment I logged in, I saw, oh look, there's going to be air traffic control. But then as soon as I logged in, the guy disconnected, so that's kind of sucky. But it happens, you know. VATSIM is pretty much, it's a game for air traffic controllers as well, and they're not always online. After this flight, I can go ahead and res into a place that does have air traffic control. If you guys want to listen to the air traffic, the radio pattern chatter, because it's fun. It's really cool to listen to everybody talking on the radio. Oh, we got to climb up to 6,500, so let's climb. Thank you. It does look good, doesn't it? Very realistic, very awesome. And I always fly with my Doge. You see my Doge? There's my Doge. Alright. We're gonna start heading here in this heading. Nav mode. Oh, this is off. We gotta turn this on. Flight director. Yes. Nav mode, please. And we're going to be climbing less aggressively than that. So let's go down. 1,500. That's a nice cruise altitude. Heading and nav mode. There we go. There we are. Now we can be more. I'm not hand flying anymore. The autopilot is flying it. And now I can do all these beauty shots of the outside of the airplane for you. It's a lovely airplane. Oh, why did it stay here? We want to climb some more. Please climb more. I want to go up to 1,000, 6,500. Twin engine aircrafts will climb a lot. Those are really cool. Hey, welcome along to everybody. There's a whole bunch of people watching. That's amazing. Thank you for coming over here and watching me stream. My name is Mr. Egan, and I fly pretty much every Sunday here on YouTube and on Twitch. And I like to fly to really cool destinations. Like today, we're flying over these islands here in the Caribbean. We have just taken off of Curaçao. That is the airport over there at Curaçao behind us. And we are headed towards Aruba. And these are short little hops from island to island. And after this one, I will find a place with air traffic control that we can go fly, so you guys can see what air traffic control sounds like on and then we can go ahead and take a jet if you guys want. You guys seem to want to see what flying a jet looks like. I can fly a jet for you guys. You could take a small jet too. The Vision jet is amazing. If you guys haven't seen the Vision jet, that is one beautiful looking airplane. And tiny too. Looks like a spaceship. Okay, I'm going to adjust my RPMs. We do that with these two levers here, these blue ones, and you'll see the RPM drop right here. As I lower the RPM, we're going to lower it to around 2,500. There we are. That's so we don't over rev the engine. And, oops, look at that. I'm at 7,500 already. I went too far up, but that's okay. I can adjust it on our way down. There we go. We're at 7,500. Oof. That was too much. Here's another cool thing, interesting little fact. Wait, what are you saying over there? Are there games with cargo planes that do pickups and drop-offs? Yes, yes, I do. Like you have to land at area A and haul to area B. Yeah, there is. I have, in Microsoft Flight Simulator, here you can use pretty much any airplane and convert it to cargo. And I have an add-on that is called NeoFly, and NeoFly is basically a career mode for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've done a couple of streams where I let NeoFly choose where I'm supposed to, what kind of airplane I gotta fly and what mission I gotta fly. And then it pays you, right? It gives you money, and then you can buy other airplanes, and you can hire other pilots, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little app. And yeah, I do that. I do that a lot. I like it. It's fun. Also, because it's choosing the airports for you, I get to fly to places I would not normally fly to. So yeah. Yeah. Check it out. It's called NeoFly. It's very cool. And you fly inside Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the add-on syncs up, I guess, with Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? Let me see if I can find that for you. NeoFly. Oh, neofly.net. There you go. So if you have Microsoft Flight Simulator, this is the place to go, neofly.net. And if you have X-Plane, then there's this other program called FS Economy. Let me see, let me put that for you. FS Economy, and that one works with X-Plane, and I think it also works with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think that one is simulator agnostic. It doesn't care which simulator you're using. It syncs up with both of them. And FS Economy gives you missions like go do this, go do that. Ah, look. I overshot my down distance again. Let's go up this time, please. Up. Hit the nose. We are close to our target of 6,500, so that's why I'm stressing out over this. You're welcome. Do you fly? Do you have a simulator? All right. We'll capture the altitude and stay at 6,500. And now that we are level, we can go ahead and configure our airplane. So we're going to go down to 2,000 on the manifold, 20 inches that is. And we're going to go down to 2,200 here on the RPMs. And we're indicating, what is the temperature? Do we have a temperature? Yes, we do. We have a thermometer over here. Thermometer says that we are at around 20 degrees centigrade, right? 40, 20, okay. 20 degrees centigrade, and we're at 6,500. So 20 degrees centigrade is right here. That is 10, 20. And we are at 6,500. There we are. So we should be doing, our true airspeed should be around 145, 143 more or less. and 143, and we are doing on the ground, thanks to our GPS, it says we're doing 146. So yeah, we got a little bit of a tailwind, which is cool. Oh, Alonzi, what did I skip your message? Hold on. Alonzi, is it really easier to learn how to fly a plane other than learning how to drive a car? It is. It is. It's easier. Oh, 127.1. Fantastic. Let's see. 127.1. Check it out. Air traffic control finally came in. Curaçao Control, November 42, Mike Romeo Echo, type Seminloe at 6,500 feet.
November 42, Mike Romeo Echo, Curaçao Control for today, set squawk 1743.
1743 for Mike Romeo Echo, good morning. All right. 17.
Air Kent 261, Curaçao Control for today, set squawk 3174.
Check it out. Got air traffic control. Woo! Now you guys get to hear what it sounds like to have air traffic.
America 100, set Curaçao Control for today, set squawk 3147. 3147.
Check it out. That's cool. We get to listen to air traffic control. Isn't that awesome? And Alonzi, yes, it is easier to fly an airplane because, look, right now I'm not doing anything. It's flying itself, you know, and there is no point pretty much when you're driving a car.
42, Mike Romeo Echo, identify the same intentions.
Hi, yes, we're flying over to Aruba.
Roger, November 42, Mike Romeo Echo, are you VFR or IFR?
I am a VFR.
Roger. Stand by.
Cool. So
November 4 to Mike Romeo Echo, resume own navigation. I'll hand you up in a few minutes and let you descend.
thank you very much. We'll be waiting. Thanks. All right.
Air Canton 261, Curaçao Control, good day, identified at flight level 360.
Yes, VFR means we got visual flight rules. That means that there are some rules that we have to follow.
100, Curaçao Control, good day.
And pretty much we can fly wherever we want. We don't have to stick
1012
to a certain route.
approach runway 11.
We can stay at whatever altitude we want and pretty much any heading that we want.
ILS 11 approach, American.
But we need to be
100, just confirm ILS Zulu, runway 11.
we need to be visual. That means that we can't be inside any of the clouds. We need to be able to see the ground at all times, and we need to be aware of all traffic around us. We cannot be close to any airplanes
Cleared up
in the air.
Alpha arrival, runway 11, descend flight level 040 when ready.
So there's a few rules you need to keep when you're flying VFR, and but also we should not be in any controlled airspaces, and we need permission to go into controlled airspaces. That's what
100, cleared up into Alpha arrival.
that's what VFR means.
Descend flight level 040 when ready, level by Eagle.
And you can see the areas that you fly in your electronic flight bag. Today we are using for our electronic flight bag Navigraph, and you can see that here. See, we just took off from here. This is all controlled airspace. So if you fly in here, you need to talk to air traffic control. And this guy, when we landed, there was nobody here. And this guy just logged on, and he's taking over air traffic control duties for this whole section. That's why he sent me a PDC, which is a text message on the thing telling me, hey, contact me. I'm online.
Did you copy?
And so, yeah.
Sir, I read it back. Roger, then I think my audio for that's messed up.
And those other airplanes that you're listening to, those are other guys who are also flying. They could be flying in X-Plane, they could be flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator, pretty much, or any other simulator. And we all fly in the same place, which is really cool because I can see them. I can actually see their airplane here on the here in the sky flying around. It's really cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, you know, I think it would be boring if you guys didn't know what I was doing and just pushing buttons and being quiet and not saying anything, just pushing the buttons. Another thing we can do is we can turn our cowl flaps up. See, cowl flaps are down here in the bottom of the airplane, and they open up and they let air cool the engine. So if I open the cowl flaps, you can see that they're open, and air flows this way and then goes in, and it helps cool the engines. But right now we're at cruise speed, so we can close these cowl flaps, and that will give us a little bit more speed. Not much, but 1 or 2 more knots of airspeed. Oh yeah. But the thing is, you wanna, like, if you're studying how to be a pilot, those are things you gotta know, right? And you gotta do them, and that's awesome. Like everything that is on the checklists, even the checklists themselves. Let's see, I think this one has the checklists. Oh no, this one doesn't have it. But other airplanes actually have their checklist here for you. And you gotta do everything on the checklist to be able to fly the plane, right? And which is great because you get to practice. Actually, I think the checklists might be here. Are they here? Cold and dark, next. Yeah, here we go, check it out, the landing checklist. Oh, all they have is the landing checklist? Okay. Or seat backs should be erect, fasten your seat belts, fuel selector should be on, cowl flaps should be on or set, electric fuel pumps should be on, mixture should be rich. In our case, we haven't even touched our mixture yet, which we can. We have an EGT meter here somewhere. Here we got EGT meter over here. So when we lower our, see, you can see the EGT rise. That means exhaust gas temperature. That means that when you get higher up in the atmosphere, there is less oxygen, right? So that means that the air is thinner. That means you will flood your engine, your combustion engine. You could flood it with gas. And here we are at the peak. So I enrich it.
Number 42 Mike Romeo Echo, descent 1,500 feet, join the right downwind, runway 11.
Right downwind, runway 11, and descending to 1,100 feet, Mike Romeo Echo. Check it out! Alright, let's start descending like this guy told us to. And we take off the autopilot.
American 200, recycle squawk 3312.
Here we go. Yeah, they went for all the details. And did you see how fast we were going then? 155 just by adjusting our EGT, our making sure that the mixture was correct. We get more performance out of our engines that way because the air is thinner, and so you need to make sure that what gets into the combustion chamber of your piston engine is the correct mixture of gas and oxygen for there to be a pop, right? So this airplanes are modeled so that they follow the pilot operating handbook, and so if you know your pilot operating handbook for the airplane that you're flying, then you can follow that by the book, and all the buttons work and everything. So the airplane will behave the way it's supposed to in real life, which is really cool because that means that I can practice like stuff here. Like I could practice a flight that I want to do in my flight school and fly it a couple of times in the simulator, and then when I get up on the airplane for real, my instructor will be like, oh dude, you really practice this, you know what you're doing, right? You know, I lose less time. Awesome. Let's see, Aruba has a tower, so I'm gonna get the tower set at 118.0. we put that over here, 118.0, and this is called getting ahead of the flight. That means we get the airplane ready so that when he tells us to switch frequencies, all I gotta do is push a button and I'm already talking to the other guy. On the airplane that I fly, we only have one. We don't have this flip-flop thingy that we can set the next frequency up ahead of time. So whenever it's one of these kind of radios, right? So whenever he tells us do the thing, I gotta push the number right away. Yeah. I am. I'm a student pilot, and I'm studying how to become a pilot and get my license. I'm taking it slow because it's not, for me, it's not a career choice. It's more of a fun thing to do. So I do it as time allows. But it is super fun. Also, I don't like flying in bad weather. For me, flying in bad weather, I avoid it whenever I can. And because it's, some people like it, but for me it's just, I don't know, it's like too much like a roller coaster, and I'm not a fan of roller coasters. So I avoid bad weather. Like if it's rainy, I'm not going flying. If it's rainy or if it's windy, I like nice days where I can see what I'm doing, right? Yeah. Sure, for certain. For me, it's all about going up there and, you know, seeing the world from a totally different point of view that you don't normally see it. And relaxing. It is actually very relaxing. Because once you're up in cruise, the plane I fly does not have an autopilot. So the whole flight, the way I'm flying right now, you're
November 42 Mike Romeo Echo, wind is variable at 2 knots. Would you like to land at runway 29er?
Yep, 29er is fine. Mike Romeo Echo.
942 Romeo, Mike Romeo Echo, roger, you can switch over to tower, 118.0. Thank you for flying, have a great day.
You too, have an awesome day. Thanks for the ATC and going over to tower, Mike Romeo Echo.
Thank you very much, and no problem.
Tower, November 42, Mike Romeo Echo, 3,500 feet.
November 42, Mike Romeo Echo. Join final runway 29, okay, 1012, good day.
Thank you so much. Cleared for approach runway 1, runway 29er, Mike Romeo Echo. Niner. Great, that means we're going to do a straight in approach, guys, which is awesome. It is awesome. Let's see. You're not a roller coaster fan either. Yeah. It is. Soup over. Yeah. I do not like being in that, like, very bumpy weather. Before I used to get like super scared of flying, right? Like any little bump.
Tower American 200 requesting.
Scare me. Look, here's a runway.
American 200, basic star, good day. Push start approved, facing west, stage 1012. Push and start approved, facing west, American 200.
Alright guys, now we're gonna drop the gear. Make sure it drops properly by looking. Yep, it dropped.
Number 42, Mike Romeo Echo, runway 11, sorry, Correction, runway 29 clear to land, winds variable 2 knots.
Runway 29, we're clear to land, Mike Romeo Echo. Awesome. We are clear to land. These little green lights that you see here, that means that the wheels are locked and we are good to land. So now we do our pre-landing checklist, which means mixture full rich, prop full rich. We turn on our fuel pumps. You see that fuel pressure went high. We're good. Turn our landing lights on.
Tower, American 804 is ready for push and start.
And we can go ahead and open our cowl flaps.
American 804, there's a company aircraft pushing to your left. You can stay clear of that. Push start approved facing west, Canadian 1012.
Alright.
And push and start approved facing west, American 804.
And now we just go ahead and finesse this puppy down. First notch of flaps, slow us down. We're a little high. That's okay. Adjust our trim here. Make sure that we are going to land in that's a little too aggressive. There we go, that's better.
And American 200 is ready for taxi with Alpha. American 200, take floating point Golf, runway 11 by Golf. 11 via Golf, American 200.
There's a couple of smokestacks over here. It's a bit of a crosswind. We're crabbing a little bit. And we're high too, so let me lower the nose a bit more. Yeah, look at that wind. It's moving us a bit. On these small airplanes, that wind is a lot, you can feel it a lot more. There we go. Second notch of flaps. Oh my gosh, it's stuttering. And I think it's stuttering. You see the other airplanes? Those are the other guys who are on the ground waiting to take off. Those are the guys we hear on the radio. Which is awesome. That's what I like about using BatSim, is that you can actually see the other people and the other airplanes that are talking on the radio. Okay, last notch of flaps. We are ready for our landing. Crabbing. Wind was variable, he said, but only 2 knots, so it's not that much. It's just going to be a little bumpy, but that's all right. As soon as we get over the runway, it gets all nice and smooth. There we go. And, oh yeah, look at that windsock. All right. And so now we compensate with a little bit of right rudder, and runway is made. Yikes, floated it. That's not bad. 180. Woo. Yeah, that wind. Okay. Flaps go up. Try to keep the center line here. And we exit. I guess we exit to the right. Now let's see if I exited in the correct place.
The runway 42, Mike Romeo Echo, you vacated on the right. Those are the airline gates. I could give you a kilo stand if you want, or also 20222. If you want the GA airport, I'm going to need you to do a 180.
I'll do a 180. I'm going to the GA. Sorry, I didn't know that. I was supposed to go left.
Runway 42, Mike Romeo Echo, no worries. Do a 180 and then also starting.
All right.
Tower American 804, push and start complete, ready to taxi 11. American 804, taxi Nordic 1 Golf, runway 11 by Golf.
Holding short.
American 300, ready to push and start from gate 8.
American 300, stand by, break, November 42, Mike Romeo Echo, cross runway 11 Charlie to Foxtrot.
Thanks so much. Crossing runway.
And American 200, line up and wait runway 11.
Line up and wait 11, American 200.
Crossing the runway, and we're over on the other side, where the general aviation traffic is. Oh, this is the GA apron. There we are.
November 24, Mike Romeo Echo, taxi stand of choice on the GA apron today.
Thanks so much for the ATC. Have a lovely day, Mike Romeo.
And American 200 with variable 2 knots, runway 11, clear for takeoff.
There we go, guys. Woo-hoo.
Take off 11, American 200.
We landed, and we are now at the general aviation apron. The other side was only for jets, right? Like the big commercial aircraft. But this is the side where we belong. Look at that.
American 300, company traffic is passing behind you. Push start approved facing west, gate 1012.
Bunch of airplanes just like us.
Push and start approved, facing west, American 300.
It's funny, there's a whole bunch of people flying around.
American 1, gate 4, ready to push and start.
I guess the weekend is a good time to come to the...
American 1, push start approved facing west, gate 1012. There's also a company push starting to your left.
Facing west, American 1.
There goes the airplane, look at that. There goes the American taking off that we were just listening to.
American 200, your second floor closing, multiple Unicorn 122, that's my today.
22.8, see you.
All right. And before we turn off the airplane, I want to go ahead and look outside. Let's see the other guys. There it goes. That's the other dude who's going to take off in just a few minutes that we were listening to on the radio. Hey, Scotty the Hottie, welcome aboard.
American 804, over to Unicorn 122, that's my that was closing.
Oh, is he
Over
just...
to Unicom 122.8, American 804, see ya.
I think tower is disconnected.
American 300, same for you.
Yep.
American 300, Unicorn 122, that's my that was closing.
Yeah, he's disconnecting.
American 1, Unicorn 122, that's my tower is closing.
Yep.
122.8, American 1.
Tower is closing, and...
All stations, Beta Tower now closed, one of the Unicorn, every day is on.
Yep, he's off. He's off to do something else. But it was awesome that we actually got air traffic control for a bit, isn't it? That's pretty cool. And as soon as we flip over to Unicom, we should be listening to these guys chatter. So let's go ahead and switch over to Unicom. So we can listen to these guys talk. 122.8. How's it going, Scotty? Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you this morning. Let's see if these guys actually talk or they just take off. As soon as that guy gets over to the end of the runway, he should start, making CTAF calls, which are what we were doing over there on the other side when there was no air traffic control, when we were actually saying our intentions and everything over the 122.8 over Unicom. So, we'll see if this guy will do it. We were lucky. We were actually very lucky that we got in here and...
Aruba ground, American 1 pushing back, gate 4, nose west.
Yep, they're talking. Cool. These guys are nice. They're pros. These guys are pros, man. I'm doing good, Scotty. Having a little bit of fun here. It's been a bit stressful at the house. There's like a bug going on, right? There's like people are feeling under the weather here at my house. And I have been lucky enough, I think, that it has not hit me. It has not stuck to me, whatever that bug is.
Traffic American 804 taking runway 11, departing DBOC 1 Foxtrot departure.
Yeah, there we go. They're doing it. They're doing their CTAF calls. These guys are actually following procedures. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that it stays that way, you know, because it sucks being sick. And right now there's so much stuff going on at work. I can't get sick, you know. It's just, ugh. I love that livery. American Airlines livery. There he goes. I saw you were doing a stream a couple of days ago, and I was already streaming. I was on I was doing a night flight from San Francisco to some other little town way up in Reading. I think it was up to Reading. Flying a caravan up there in the night, trying to do IFR at nighttime. You know, one of those. What do you call those? Neo-fly missions where you actually have to fly, like all the procedures and everything, and and it was I was transporting coffee according to Neo-fly, but you're supposed to do it with like true weather and true time and everything. So it was at night, and it was fun. It was actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. And the fact that you're doing an IFR in the night
Traffic American 300 lining up runway 11.
makes it even more interesting, because it's you really gotta pay attention to your instruments then, because there's really not much to see outside anyways. And I'm not a very good IFR guy the way Sim is. Sim seems to know like everything, right? And for me, I'm a beginner. So it was good practice. It was fun. Here comes the other American dude. Oh, I've been using NeoFly for a while. I was using the prior version, you know, the one that didn't have all the cool graphics, and I got pretty far ahead in that one. And now that they have the new graphical one, it's so much better, yeah. But it's been I don't know, a couple of years maybe I've been using NeoFly.
Traffic American 300 departing runway 11 on the Diblock 1 Foxtrot.
How about you? Have you ever tried that? Or because I know some people are more into the FS Economy plugin rather than the NeoFly plugin.
American 1 taxiing out.
There he goes. Another American. Wow, it's a bunch of American jets flying. Departing Aruba. Early morning departures. There goes another one. Wow. I think what happened to me happened to them as well. Like, they logged in, they filed their flight plan, they were getting ready to go, and they only logged in because they saw that there was a tower connected, and they said, "Oh, neat, air traffic control." And then after they got in and everything was ready to go, the dude disconnects. Because that guy probably wasn't on for a long time. that guy was probably not on for a long time, and it's the exact same thing that happened to us when we took off. We started off today in what was it? Bonaire. We took off from Bonaire, and I was on the ground getting ready, turning the airplane on, putting everything in the GPS. And then just as I was going to call to get my clearance, there was no air traffic control anymore. The guy went, boop, bye-bye. Ah! And then
American 1 lining up, runway 11.
we landed in Curacao, and then while we were getting ready to take off again from Curacao, air traffic control comes on. So we were lucky that we had air traffic control for the entirety of our flight from Curacao to Aruba. But now that we're in Aruba, the Aruba tower logs off. At least we got to land with tower service. That was fun though. Oh man, you should try it. It is fun. I love that NeoFly plugin because it actually, there's what happens to me is that sometimes I don't know where to fly. Like even though you have the whole world at your disposal, but we only think of flying to the really, I don't know, picturesque or touristy places, like me right now flying in the Caribbean. But then NeoFly actually gives you missions to places that you would probably never go, like small regional airports and airports that just do cargo, and those are fun too. Plus, also that thing of like buying airplanes, even though you have all the airplanes at your disposal, but
American 1 departing run 1 to the north.
But having your own airplanes, that is to me fun. Well, I'm gonna disconnect from VATSIM now, so that airplane will disappear, and let's see how we did on our landing. Oh, let's get back. Here we are. I am using Skydolly because that's how I'd roll. Oh my gosh, this was a bad landing. There was a lot of wind. Winds were variable, the dude said, but he didn't say this variable. And should we look that way or that way? I'm guessing the way we landed, we should probably look that way. Let's stay here and let's yeah, we were crabbing, seriously crabbing there. Let's see what that looks like. And we had a bit of a crab. And I tried to straighten it out, and then we were getting blown off the side of the... Oh, I floated it. Ooh. That wind, my gosh. Got under the wing there. That was not pretty. And let's get back into plane. And we'll do the gear replay because as I said before, this is a blatant ripoff of SimCaesar's wing view replay, but we do it from the gear, so we changed it up a bit. So if you want to see somebody who does it well, SimCaesar's channel is the word is the place to go, because he does the best wing view replays, and we're gonna do the gear view replay. So here we go. All right. That was a weird transition there, and music wanted to keep going for some reason. All right. We have landed. We have done our couple of flights here. And I hope you guys had a fun time. How long have I been on? I've been on for 2 hours now. Yeah, I think it's time for me to leave. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, thank you, Scotty, for hanging out. That was awesome. It was lovely to see you here. Are you going to be streaming? Because if you're going to be streaming, then I can wait and raid your channel if you're going to be on. Nope. All right. So then we can go ahead and let's raid Boozy Sheep. And he is also a really cool flight simulator enthusiast, and he's flying a helicopter today, so that should be a lot of fun. So let's go over to Boozy Sheep. Thank you so much for being here, everybody, and I will see you guys soon next Sunday, and we'll have some flights. Oh, also, if you're gonna be flying tomorrow on Peter Mooney's fly along, Sim Caesar's Peter Mooney's fly along, then I will be there too, and I will show you around El Salvador, which is going to be fun. So that should be a good time. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.